Oliver Moazezi had to rent storage to cope with a compulsion that was getting out of control.
It's a hobby and an enjoyment, and he wants to collect as many of that particular era as possible.
And his parents have learnt to live with something that nearly pushed them out of their home.
All the old games like Space Invaders and Pac-Man, they're no longer in the arcades. The aesthetics are really good. Some of them are very kind of like 80s comic style. To me, some of them are like a work of art, in effect. They could just be in a room, they could be in the tape, for example. It could just be there in the middle, turned off. And to me, I could understand that people can say, hey, that is like a work of art. So I kind of get into it for that as well. At first, it was collecting, and quite a lot of them are hard to find. So sometimes it was the chase and the hunt that was interesting. Once you got it, it was like, cool, I've got it. And then it turned into an obsession, and it was getting crazy. I was buying like 50 or 60 at a time.
At times there'd be a new batch arrive, and perhaps sometimes he'd say, oh, can you hang on to a couple, Mum, because one of my friends is going to pick them up. So we'd have them all in the hallway, and we couldn't get through the hallway to the kitchen or the lounge.
You were lucky. There were 4 there.
4 or 5 in the hallway,
4
yeah.
months ago. 4 there. We couldn't go in toilet.
I probably spent buying machines about 50k. I've probably blown about 50 grand on machines.
Oliver has 132 arcade machines, most of which are in a 500 square foot storage unit. He spends nearly £400 a month keeping them, and only half of them work.
I don't want to get rid of them, but they also kind of stop me from progressing with my life. Because obviously I'm 27 now, and I'm still living at home due to the fact that I pay so much money to keep them.
We've both said, well, the money you're spending on that, you could buy a house with. But obviously you would only get a small house for that sort of amount of money per month, and then you couldn't really put your arcade machines in there because it wouldn't be big enough.
What does your girlfriend think?
They were here before my girlfriend, sorry Charlotte, and you know, she just has to live with it, doesn't she? At the end of the day, she has no say, and she knows she doesn't.
And our need for self-storage is growing.
I'm sure most people would think, well, get rid of them, but I can't. I just don't want to. Yeah, so they sit here.